Ellie Goshen and Zale Surrey present Sea Defences!
Sea defences to many do not seem that important, but are vital in our everyday lives and essential in our battle against the forces of climate change. Able sea defences are starting to become rare items today, even though they are vital for preservation, and so this must be fixed. The main problem associated with lack of sea defences is flooding, which is a rising problem, and could, if sea defences continue to be so ineffective, wipe out the human population. Though many places are already being impacted, for example, the East Anglian coast.
The extent to which the East Anglia coastline and wildlife is under threat from climate change and extreme weather has been outlined in a new report as follows. Researchers from the University of East Anglia have helped produce a report which shows how birds, dogs, butterflies, plants and some mammals are all in decline, all owing to poor sea defences. These allow water sources to come onto land and flood them, and that results in massive loss of life.
5 researchers from UEA were among 40 of the country's top environmental scientists chosen to produce the terrestrial biodiversity climate change impact forecast. The data claims last year was the worst breeding year on record for birds, with the cold weather causing 3 times more barn owls to die than usual. 70% of butterfly species are in decline, and hedgehog numbers have fallen from 36 million in 1950 to just 1 million today. And this is just an example of what could happen if you don't invest in us.
Other major issues are the loss of land. Owing to erosion, this leads to eyesores and loss of beautiful beaches. To stop this from continuing, we propose to begin to build these landforms.
Seawalls.
Basically, a seawall was the most basic type of defence. Let's say this is the sea and this is the land. You build this wall here out of rock, stops the water coming over here, so people here, like this young adolescent, will not die, but be happy and live.
Yay!
Seawalls last a long time and are very effective in protecting the land from sea. But they're very expensive, from 2,000 to 5,000, and require lots of maintenance. But if we do invest in these, they will cut the levels of flooding everywhere, meaning less animals and land destroyed. Now groins, which are cross-shore structured and reduce longshore drift on open beach.
Okay, say we have a bird's eye view of Britain, and this is a groin. Basically, without this groin, what longshore drift does is it takes rock from here, takes it around, and deposits it here. So this land gets eroded and this land gets built up. That's not good. With a groin, the sediment will stop here and will float back to the beach.
Okay.
So
they're easy to build, last for 15 to 20 years, and are very effective in reducing the movement of sediment. Though they're very brittle, however, the money they save is worth the cost paid. Revetments, which are sloping features which break up the energy of wave, made of Norwegian granite and locally obtained chalk.
Revetments are basically exactly like seawalls, just they do a different purpose. The slope here breaks up the wave's kinetic energy. And obviously, if you know that force equals mass times acceleration, you stop the acceleration, the force plummets.
So basically, they're a cheaper alternative to seawalls and are very effective, but they are eyesores, but in saving lives, I don't think anyone cares how ugly they are.
They don't.
The final main one is offshore water breakers, which are structured parallel to protect from the waves.
The waves can never break through these offshore water breakers. It's a bit like Hitler's torpedo nets.
Yeah, so they protect the shore from all wave types, and they're less expensive and almost impossible to beat. Other less prominent coastal defences are gabion, sand dune stabilisation and ripraps. So I propose we use all of the 1 billion that will be donated into making these sea defences. As sea defences are very expensive, they are soon to become a vital part of our everyday lives and can in the long term save humanity.
I'm in. Are you?
You should be.